Welcome to today's live trading session. I was in loss about 7% today and really shouldn't have been trading anyways because I know that FOMC is tomorrow. If you don't know what FOMC is, it is essentially a huge economic event that is a statement for the federal government. And so when big news happens, um, there's normally some really weird price action the days before. So today is Tuesday, so there was really weird price action yesterday and today. Like normal setups just didn't play out the way they're supposed to. So I'm going to talk about what happened today. I used the 1 hour and the 4 hour. Well, first, let me preface this by saying I've taken two losses in a row. And what that's telling me is that I need to kind of go back to the drawing board and really renew my mindset with how I approach trading. It's very easy to get by with your sloppy trading when you're kind of just good at charting, but it's going to expose you at some point. And so I think that my lackadaisicalness has been exposing, and I'm not okay with that. I absolutely am annoyed by it, and I am going back to the drawing board. So what I've done is I've went back to going into my deeper teachings of like being taught like everyday psychology, everyday accountability for my specific strategy. So it's a little different. It's a little difficult when you already understand the basics. You already understand trading. You already understand charts. You already understand tickers. You already understand stocks. You already understand everything. But what you don't fully understand is the part that can never be understood, right? The part about psychology, the part about your reasoning skills, the part about just general experience and growth. Those things are never, those are like a lifelong journey. And so at this point in my journey, I'm like, I'm not going to keep sloppily, or at least how I feel is like I'm sloppily trading. I'm going to do what I need to do. And number one, swallow my pride. Number two, not feel like I'm the smartest trader on earth and literally just go to a person who's been trading 4 or 5 times as long as me and say, hey, this is what I've been doing. I need you to kind of nip this in the bud. And the last thing I'll say on this is that with my personal trainer, I could have spent a year learning what he taught me in 2 weeks. I'm not dumb. Like, I'm not stupid. I know not to eat junk food. I know that working out makes you skinny. Like, I know all those things. But the point is that he taught me so much stuff over a course of a few weeks that it was basically just like me telling him my problem and him telling me what to do. Me saying this is my problem, he telling me what to do. Oh, this is working, but this isn't working, him telling me what to do. So that's what I'm interested in. I'm not interested in going through all the trials and tribulations of this charting and trading by myself that I'm about to break down for you guys. I literally am interested in, hey, how do I get you to tell me what to do to get over this hump so I can get back to my normal operation, because I'm in a part of my trading where I personally feel like I'm reaching a new level and I have to overcome that. But the only way to overcome it is either by doing it the fast way or the slow way. The fast way is gaining the experience, entering the market every day, um, taking it trade by trade, or you can go to somebody and say, hey, this is my problem, and they literally take 6 months of them having to go through that same process and them telling you what to do in a week. That's what I'm interested in. So that's what I'm doing. And while I do that, I say all that to say, I'm still going to be live trading. I'm still going to be recording my lives. I'm still going to be doing lives for my channel. Why? Because by December 2026, I'm going to be able to look back on these videos and say, wow, you were such a great trader, but you had these small little tweaks you could make and you went ahead and did them. You swallowed your pride and you didn't care if somebody said, oh, well, you take losses, or you feel like you know so much, but you're still taking losses. Like, I don't really care what people have to really say. It's more so about how much do I care about becoming a great trader. And because I've already committed and dedicated my mind to making this as great as it can be, there's always a way to make it better, and there's always a faster way to make it better. So the way to make it better is to keep trying, keep doing it, keep going, keep pushing. But the faster way is to go to someone who has so much more experience than you and them tell you what to do in a month or a week. So this is also the same thing with why I teach beginners, because my years of trading is going to take your first year and squeeze all that junk that you're going to do and mess ups you're going to make into a week. That's why I have the January live trading room, because if you've never traded before, you can go from not knowing anything to placing your first profitable trade in 2 weeks, like by the end of January 2026. Like, so it doors close for the tickets January 1st. We start January 1st and it goes all the way to January 31st. So you're squeezing all my experience into 4 weeks, and you're going to be able to place your first profitable trade within 2 weeks, right? And so that's why I offer that, because I understand that my first year, I wish I would have had somebody just tell me what to do for 4 weeks, and so I could skip all the BS. I could have been where I am right now 8 months ago, but I'm not, because I decided to take the long route. But this time, at this level that I'm at now that I've mastered, all the basics and all the fundamentals and et cetera, and I'm literally seeing what I'm doing wrong, and I'm going to get more psychology strategies now. I'm like, yeah, this is exactly what I need to be doing. Because let me tell you about the loss I took today and why I was even in that trade. So number one is I chased this candle into this zone. If you see this yellow line here at 622.9, that was my take profit for yesterday. And guess what happened yesterday? It literally, I mean, the line is almost like I looked and I put the line there before it even hit. This is legitimately the line that I drew. And it hit. And guess what? I didn't take it. Why? This was also a take profit for yesterday. It literally slammed through it and I didn't take it. Why? Because I am in this psychological challenge with myself. It's like, you understand what a reversal is at your key level and you're letting it do that to you. And it's not the market's fault. The market is not a human. It doesn't have a brain. It's not against you. There's none of that. Don't blame the market. Go blame yourself. Don't blame your mentor. Blame yourself. Don't blame anything. Just be accountable for the fact that you were literally super duper. I had two contracts, both over 100% profit on both. And I still let me chase this trade down and not get out. Yesterday, my computer was dying, so I didn't end up posting that live session, but I'm coming back today to tell you that. And then also today, I was looking at this as my break yesterday, so I was like, okay, if we break past the 621, I'm cool, right? So it comes down and it doesn't hold. It literally was there for like 0.02 seconds, but because I was chasing a trade and already mentally wanting to go in, I decide I'm gonna get in, and then I decide, okay, cool, I might just let it last. Just hold it, because I did adjust my price risk, my risk management. I did adjust it to a new strategy that I was advised to take. And I said, okay, bet. It's actually really great. It makes me feel great. It makes me be in a different state mentally, right? How much you trade, how much you act, like the amount of money you put on a trade really does affect how well you will trade for that day. If you're putting on a lot of money, you're going to feel a lot of pressure. But if you only put on your necessary risk, well, then you're really going to feel great when you're taking the trade, right? And so I felt great. Awesome, awesome, awesome. But guess what I did? I still chased a candle. So it doesn't matter if my risk management was awesome. I still chased a candle. Why are you chasing candles? because you're being greedy. And until you get all this greed out of your system, you're going to keep losing trades. So, because I understand that I don't want to be losing and being greedy over and over and over and over, I'm just about to nip this in the bud by getting my accountability together. And that's exactly what I did yesterday. So, I'm like, okay, cool. I know I risk management. I know I need to do, and I still chase this trade. That's not okay. Why are you chasing? Why are you chasing candles? And guess what it did? It did a perfect setup for my setup. My specific setup is literally reversals at a key level. What is this? At 10 a.m. exactly, a reversal literally kissing my key level at 622.9. But guess what? Did I get to take this uh almost $2 run? Nope. Did I get the second candle out of that? Nope. Why? Because I was too busy chasing chasing this trade out here. I'm supposed to be looking at my particular key levels, and yes, there's a lot of stuff on my chart right now, a lot of gaps because I was playing gaps the past few days, like this past honestly the past week. 5 trading days back, five like trading week back, 5 trading days. I've been playing gaps, but really, honestly, truly, it was literally my perfect setup. And then I watched it happen, but because I had so much noise in my head about this candle chasing all of this stuff because of price action yesterday, I missed it. And so I am really one disappointed in that because why are you chasing, like, you've been doing this for too long to be chasing it. And so because you know better and you're not doing better, there's something psychologically that you're not fully understanding. Something about your reasoning in your strategy is not good. And the thing that I think it is that it's not that I don't know candles, not that I don't know charts. Like, that's a very surface level reason, right? To be giving this, like, saying I chase this trade. What I really think it is that I've been trading so many different strategies, and I made a video on my channel where I talked about, don't trade so many different strategies. And what I meant by that is like, okay, don't be trading forex and then options and then like switching back between all these instruments and trading gold and trading silver and then trading cattle and like doing like a whole bunch of experiments. Like, stick to a few things and stick to things you know. But guess what? I know the two things that I keep trading. I keep trading gaps and I keep trading reversals at and anything with a key level. I know those things at the back of my hand. But guess what? Just because I know those two things don't mean they're traded the same. So when I'm trading a gap, but I exit like I'm trading a key level, it doesn't work. When I'm trading a key level and I trade it like, or if I trade a gap, I trade like key level, or key level trade like a gap, inversing them doesn't work. And so when I made that video, it was correct. But what I'm understanding is that even myself, the two strategies that I know to be really, really true to what I know, which is key levels, support and resistance key levels, and gaps, right? Gaps, gap up or gaps down, gap up or gap down. Both of those are really great, but what I'm missing is that I need to pick one because every single day I do gaps is because I know the market's not going to give me anything else. And so I'm trading a gap because I want to trade a gap and because I need to, be able to place a trade for that day and I don't want to not place a trade. But that's not going to work for me anymore. I have to pick one thing. So while I was trading both, I'm no longer going to be trading both. And this is also why I'm continuing to make these videos, although I took 2 losses, which is not like ridiculous, but although I took 2 losses and I'm like mentally like solving out some accountability parts of this, the reason why I'm still doing it is because talking out all my mistakes is going to help me more than just doing the journal. Now, I have a journal, and the journal's great. It's actually like a whole progress sheet that I've been using for the past 4 or 5 months. But guess what? Talking through the journal is literally going to help me. So that's what I might end up doing is coming on here after the trading day, which for me should end at 11:30 a.m. I did trade 47 minutes over my trading time, which is not acceptable either. So I understand what to do. I have the rules written on my computer that I wrote with my two hands and that I got adjusted yesterday by my advisors, I'm going to say, right? But guess what? I didn't follow them. Does that make the rules wrong? No. I broke the rules. Of course I lost. I broke the rules. It was me. The rules aren't broke. I broke the rules. And so, you know, if there's a stop sign on the road and you only stop at the stop sign when the police is there, well, if the police is hiding one day and you still decide to pass it, well, when you get a ticket, whose fault is that? It's your fault because you've been like basically allowing yourself to do the wrong thing the whole time, knowing that you were only doing the wrong thing because you knew you weren't going to get caught if there was no police. But the one day that the police caught you off guard, now you're out of luck. So you have to, and I'm talking to myself here, like you have to instill proper habits in yourself where your integrity is so strong, and your integrity doesn't build stronger by trading two different strategies, because I'm also trading the highs and lows, okay? So I'm not only trading the support and resistance, or I'm not only trading key levels, I'm trading stuff. I'm trading key levels to the upside, key levels to the downside. I'm trading gaps to the upside, gaps to the downside. So I'm really trading four different strategies, because a market takes the elevator down and it takes the stairs up. It goes up so slow, but it slides down. It's called bear slides. So the thing about it is, I'm talking to myself here, like, really have to pay attention to what's going on, because nobody else is going to get these small things. Like, they're not going to tweak these small things for you. You have to be accountable and say, hey, I have the rules and I'm not following them. You need to go outsource help. You need to go see what's the problem. Because you've already spent years of your life figuring out how to actually trade. Wouldn't it literally suck and like kill you and put like a knife in your back if you ultimately spent all this time learning candlesticks and paid all this market tuition, and then you let the fact that you don't want to pick one strategy wipe you out the game? Like, that's stupid. That's really a terrible way to be trading. And the reason why I shouldn't have even be trading today is because FOMC is tomorrow. If I already know FOMC is a huge economic event, and this statement that's going to come out tomorrow at 2, I think it's 2 p.m. It's on Wednesdays, always on Wednesdays, but I know it's going to come out. I know it's going to either shake the market or just give everybody the shivers and nobody's going to trade anything. Either way, I know that Monday, Tuesday, the market really sets up for that Wednesday. I know that's going to happen. So either it's going to be super volatile or it's going to be super calm. Either way, I don't know, and I should just stay out or be very precautious, which means just being very, very careful of the trades I'm going to take. And I did neither of those. And I think it's also a very big case of greed, not greed, greed, yeah, but I already said that. It's a big case of ego, of like, I know these charts, I know candlesticks, I know these things, and being able to make money while being sloppy, making money while being messy, or making money because I know key level reversals will always do what I know they'll do. Like, yes, but guess what? When FOMC is on the horizon and everybody's trading different, now you can't just, like I said earlier, not stop at that stoplight or not do the right things that you're supposed to do, or follow the rules because you think you're not going to get caught. It's going to be exposed at some point, right? FOMC is going to expose that every time, because the markets aren't going to be moving like they normally are. Even though I trade one stock, like, that's a good rule to have. But if I don't follow my risk management, well, now I'm out of luck. If I don't follow my other rules, I'm stuck. So my 3 rules are my strategy, my contract cost, which is my risk management, plus its expiration. So the expiration and the cost is my risk management, and then my actual scaling strategy. So literally, like, those are the three things. And because those are the basis of every good trading strategy. And then I write down like my profit or loss, which was 7% today. So terrible. Why? Because I wasn't supposed to be trading anything. Like, it's FOMC tomorrow, and I was chasing this. And even if I was going to trade today, I should have only been looking for one strategy. And I was looking for both. I was looking for my gap to fill. And I was also looking for, because there's a gap up here on the 1 hour, like a really old gap that keeps being tapped but it's not exiting. Like, all of this up here is still clear, and at some point it's going to open. But all of this, I'm waiting for this all to be tapped. Everything above 629, but it just won't go above. Because I'm like trying to rush it, but it's like, bro, these like setups have to set up, you know. So that's it. And then also like trading my amount of time I'm supposed to. I know I'm only trading from 10:30. From 10 to 11:30. So my pre-market is 8:30, 8:45 ish to 10, basically. And then like if I know the rules, why am I not following them? It's almost like if you go to a personal trainer, like think about it with my personal trainer. He tells me 10K steps a day, drink water in the morning. These are your protein, carb, and fat goals for your food, like for every single day. Hit those things, you're golden. Like, he gives you my exact inputs based on his experience and his credibility and his certifications that he has. I can't turn around and blame him when I eat a bag of Doritos. I can't. I can't blame him for not looking the way I want to, because I decided to add a bag of popcorn to my snack that's supposed to be an apple. So now I'm eating an apple and some popcorn instead of just my apple. And now I'm over my calories, and now I feel bad about myself. And I'm looking for somebody to blame. Oh, I gotta blame that personal trainer. No. If you were feeling discouraged and unmotivated and you didn't know how to go about your cravings, take that to your personal trainer. Don't take the blame. So that's what I did. I'm like, I'm like trading, and I know what I'm doing. I know my inputs. I know my rules. But psychologically, there's some things that are messed up that are like I'm noticing are off. So I'm not gonna go and blame you. I'm gonna go and ask, yo, what about my strategy needs to be tweaked so I can stop XYZ problem? What about this needs to be removed? What needs to be added? So for me, it was really getting stricter on the times I trade, stricter on the time frames I use. I'm no longer going to use the 15-minute because it keeps, like, that's the reason I stopped using the 5. I stopped using the 10, stopped using the 5, because they kept flipping me out and faking volatility. The move is 99% right, but the volatility on those lower time frames is just so exaggerated. So I had to get rid of it. And I'm going to have to get rid of the 15-minute too. So I'm just, as you see up here, keeping the 1 and the 4 hour. Okay? And I have to be the other thing is being very strict on, am I going to trade gaps only or reversals and key levels only? Now, if I traded gaps only, I know that I'm not going to be taking as many, but I know that those are like way more certain to me. But guess what? The reversals are more often, and they're also really still high probability. So I'm choosing reversals at a key level. And how do I exit? A key level exit, 2 strict lines. And this, whatever setup, must have at least a $2 gap of entry. So something like this would be really great. But it's not a reversal. It would be so great because it's going to be a double bottom, bro. Look at this. Hit here, shrunk here. It's going to go up to 267 and maybe break above. That's 3 different trades that I know how to take, but they don't align with my key level. reversal, because I kept looking at this here, and chasing this candlestick, because I was really paying attention to all this noise down here. And guess what? I missed my prime key level reversal today because I was watching all of this down here. Ridiculous. So, um, those are all the things that I'm now updated on and going to continue to implement, because I think it was good, actually, that I spent months of my life understanding trading on my own. And now there's things I can't understand on my own except for experience. And I don't feel like taking the experience to figure them out, because I've done that before. I feel like going and asking somebody that can figure it out in 5 minutes and say, oh, yeah, I did that for 3 months. Here's what I did to fix it. And so I don't have to spend the 3 months figuring it out. And again, that's the exact same reason I have the January live trade room that's available for pre-sale. The link is in the description. It's in my channel. It's in the comment. Should be, but might not be. But it's definitely in the description. Because if you don't understand trading at all, I can take 12 months of my journey, squeeze it down into a month, and you can leave being able to place your first profitable trade. And at a minimum, seeing how someone who's been trading for a while uses their psychology to get to a point where they can make money, because that's a hurdle within itself. And so that's why I offer that. If you don't want to join, hey, you don't have to. But if you'd like to live trade with me, then you know where the link is. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Tomorrow is FOMC. Will I be trading it? Absolutely not. I will maybe come back at the end of market and recap exactly what happened, and also share, anything about